That series was the result of doing a residency in Ireland, and we were close to the sea most of the time. And it was an outgrowth from my series Ocean as Vessel. So I've been fascinated with the edge of the sea and the land for a long time, and also the play of light and movement of shadow over the horizon line. That's kind of my subject matter. Oh, no, I never start from photographs. All my work is really the action of memory on experience. So I need to be in different landscapes. I need to visit, and I always want to visit the edge of the water and the land, whether it's Lake Ontario and the edge of the water, or preferably where there's ocean. It just really draws me. But all the work comes afterwards. It's the work of memory, no photographs. I think I love the way they're fluid and the way the light plays and changes, that even though you can be in the same place or the same spot, it's always different. You know, even the movement of a cloud or the passing of the wind changes the entire environment. So I think I love that fluidity. Well, I think primarily my work is abstract in that it's not to do with scenery of a specific place, or even though I may say it's inspired by being in Ireland, you wouldn't find the scenery of Ireland in the work. What you would find is my response to Ireland, my response to being in that environment. And some of them are more sort of related to what you might visually see, and others are even more abstract. They're more non-objective pieces. But the atmospheric part, I think I'm always interested in how sort of there are softened edges or almost cloud forms, or that, again, the fluidity, the passage of color from one to another. I'm not a hard edge abstractionist. One of my friends calls them high calorie color because, I heighten the whole experience. Yeah, there is a predominance of the horizon line, because to me, the horizon is sort of ineffable. It's something that's always mysteriously disappearing. Mm-hmm. Like you can never come up to a horizon line. It's not really even a line. Just like when you learn drawing for the first time, you realize that there are no edges mm-hmm. in real space. What you're using is a convention to delineate three-dimensional forms. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm just always, it's that little bit over the horizon, what lies behind. That's what fascinates me. Well, I take the concept of metaphor in a philosophical sense. I have a background in philosophy, and I see metaphor in terms of embodied landscape, is that if my painting has a reference to the land, it's the land that we dwell in. It's like Heidegger's clearing for being. That sounds very sort of abstract, but he talks about that as, being is where you are in the world, your stance towards the world, and that includes your imagination and how you respond to the world. So it's not a case of me looking at a scene and reproducing it. It's me living in the world and experience it. Mm-hmm. And of course, I'm not an isolated person or an isolated artist, so I bring to that my appreciation of artistic tradition, and particularly abstract expressionism, and some wonderful British painters who I really admire. The first thing you notice about my color is that it's really intense, because I need to bring that level of intensity. I guess it's a level of passion and sincerity and authenticity. And I need to bring it to that level of color. I can't really explain why, except that that's what moves me. I think, I suppose, actually, I'm always interested in color as an emotional vehicle, so that it's not a case of this color means another emotion, but I'm always trying to reach right to the heart of someone's emotional being. I'm not looking really for a cerebral response. I'm looking for a whole body emotional response, if that makes any sense. I think in some ways there's symbolic or associative baggage with the colors, but I don't do it consciously. It's intuitive. And I seem to swing between those poles of red and blue. And I think, blue has a long history as an ethereal color, as a color that's significant in religions, many religions. It's also the color of the air or the sky. So we automatically have that reaction of it being, celestial in a certain way. And then red is, it's such a strong, energetic color. I mean, it's just, I love red. No, it evokes strength and imagination and passion, and it's a wonderful counterbalance to blue.